Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Tuesday. Oh my goodness, it's a gorgeous morning out here today. This is a day that the Lord has made, and we're rejoicing and we're glad in it. You notice I don't have to wear a jacket, and I might be too hot in what I have on right now. But not quite ready to break out in shorts and flip flops and tank tops. So you gotta be careful in this weather. But it's a beautiful day. It's gonna be up in the 70s. Oh my goodness, it is just a gorgeous day. Y'all ready for your gym nugget? I tell you, I just want to thank my son James Jr. for sharing that wonderful gym nugget yesterday. God does the unexpected on purpose, and he came from Romans 8:28, that all things work together for good for those that love the Lord and called according to his purpose. And he does it unexpectedly. Oh, that was a great gym nugget on yesterday morning. And I'm going to be inviting some more people to join me to share a gym nugget. Oh, you might be surprised in who will be joining me in the future. But this morning, again, I've been inspired by reading Our Daily Bread. And there was a verse that jumped out at me this morning. And I want to call my gym nugget today Stick-To-Ive-Ness. I said, what in the world? Yeah, that's a term that I've come up with. And I came up with this term a long time ago, just talking to young people and counseling, and I would tell them, you need some stick-to-iveness. I'm gonna tell you what I mean in a minute. Tyler Perry, when he talks about his life and things that he went through, there was one point in his life he was sleeping in his car, and he was going through a lot of things, but he went for a job interview, and the employer looked at his resume, and his resume had a lot of, breaks in it in his employment and things like that. And so the employer said, your problem is that you don't stick to anything. You have a lot of holes in your resume where you've been to this thing and that thing, and you never stick to anything. So you need to stick to something. And that made such a difference. It kind of, took him in that direction that he is now. And he decided that he was going to stick to something. And, my husband and I, we have counseled young people, especially in the work area and career area. Most of us baby boomers, we have worked jobs and we stayed there for years and retired. And now we are gleaning the fruits of that. But now we have young people that, okay, I'm on that part of the track where that sun is shining. The sun is beautiful. So bear with that. But, we have young people today, the least little thing that happens, they're ready to quit. They're ready to give up. And we baby boomers know that we had to go through a lot, but we stuck to it. We stuck to it. And now we're gleaning the fruits of sticking to it, stick-to-iveness. And so this morning when I read this verse, John 15:5, and Jesus is saying this, he said, I am the vine. You are the branches. If you remain or abide in me, and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. Oh, you got to keep sticking to the vine. Whether we're talking about our careers and our jobs and all of that, or talking about being consistent in sticking with the Lord through his word and all of that, we've got to stick and abide and remain in him. We have to be attached to the vine. You know, part of this, our daily bread, it says right here, and I highlighted it. It says branches, if they want to live, must always stay at home, tenaciously fixed. That word fixed, I like that. Abiding where they belong. And it goes on to say, there are many voices beckoning us with hollow promises to fix our problems or provide us some new wisdom or exhilarating future. But if we are truly to live, listen to this, we must remain in Jesus. We must stay at home. We must stay attached. We must stay abiding in him, because that is what is going to take us from level to level. That's what's going to allow us to live and to be successful, if we abide in him. Stay, you know, a lot of times, you know, even people, they don't even stick to staying at a church home, or, you know, moving from here to there. And how can you get the benefits when you just keep moving around and you're not consistent in the things that you really even do for Christ? Because the verses, I love the text even, because it goes on to say, if you do not remain in me, you are like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up and thrown into the fire and burned. But it says, if you remain in me and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish. Look at that. And it will be done for you. This is my Father's glory. And this is what he wants, that you bear much fruit, showing yourselves to be my disciples or my followers. You got to have some stick-to-ive-ness. You got to stick to the vine. You have to abide. You have to be fixed. You have to be consistent in what you do. And you're going to bet, because if you don't, it says it right here, apart from me, you can't do nothing. No thing. Oh my God. So have some stick-to-ive-ness, whether it's in your everyday life or sticking and abiding with the Lord. That's my gym nugget for today. Join me for Church School Live on the Gym Nugget channel at 7 p.m. I know you have subscribed, because if you have, all you have to do is wait for that little notification. It'll remind you just before 7 o'clock that I'm coming on Church School Live, and a wonderful lesson as we're leading up to our Resurrection Sunday celebration. Disciples believe the resurrection. Now, I'm not just talking about Jesus's disciples, Peter, James, John, and all the rest of them. You who are disciples or followers of Christ, you believe the resurrection, because you should know, if Jesus rose, not only did he rise then, but he has risen in you. Oh, I don't want to get into it. I'm getting happy already. Disciples believe the resurrection. All right, join me tonight, okay? I'm in this spot where the sun is again, but it just always reminds me that the sun is always shining in our lives. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.